So just to give you a little context of where I'm at, that video I done not too long ago, kind of introducing you to the farm and telling you about me and Tammy, we're gonna move. I'm gonna turn the camera just a little bit like that, right up on the top of that ridge up there. That's where all the hardwoods are at. That's where I was sitting down for that particular video I made. I come out here and I got to thinking and doing some looking around, and it's just going to be an absurd amount of dirt that has to be moved up there to flatten it out. And we want the home on flat ground. We don't want one end of the home up in the air, the grade sloping, that kind of thing. That's not what we're looking for. We don't want that. Now, where you see me standing right now is where the center of the house will be. And I'm going to turn the camera back around just a little bit. I'm doing this just to try and give you some context of where I'm standing, and so when I'm talking about different areas, you'll kind of have a good idea of where they're at. But there's the driveway that comes in and goes up the hill to the barn up there. That's the little stretch where I just cleared out all the undergrowth and the smaller trees. Well, evidently the people that owned the land before had a road cut in here or put in here to go back to this little small secluded field back here. And you can see the T-shape in the coming off the main road. So that road kind of comes up right through here and goes, and then it goes right around to the field area. You can see the field area back there, and that's where we're going to be working today. That is going to be the backyard. So now I'm back here in the backyard, or what's soon to be the backyard. And you remember I took my turf wear and went around the edges with some Roundup and sprayed kind of under the canopy of the trees and stuff like that, some stuff grown up. And then this big old pile of stuff right here in the middle, sprayed that as well. And over there in the corner, we got that really big down tree. So that's where I'm gonna cut up today and then haul it over to the front field where we're gonna burn it and bury it and all that kind of thing. So we've got some gorgeous, gorgeous hardwoods up in here. And the objective is to leave the big trees. By no means am I a tree hugger, but I also understand the importance of keeping these big hardwoods around, and I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful. It's part of God's creation that just stands out to me. I love a big, huge, massive hardwood tree. So we're going to leave as many of the hardwoods as we possibly can. But one thing I am going to do is come through here and thin out some of the smaller stuff. Because again, when I'm in the backyard, I want to be able to look over to this ridge over here. I wish I could show you all those pretty hardwoods out through there, but you can't see them real well because of all the little scrub trees. So we're literally going to go down through all of the woods, everything up through there, and we're going to take out all the little baby saplings and scrub trees and leave all the big, beautiful, pretty hardwoods down through there. And of course, I'm going to do the same thing all along the edge over here. I want to make sure that all this is opened up and airy so that we can, be back here in the backyard playing or doing whatever we're doing. And then we can just kind of look down through the woods down through there and see all those big open hardwoods. This is a big pile of, I don't know, it looks like some old sawmill lumber. You can see where they took it and cut it, and I hate to take it out there and dump it and burn it, but it's rotted and yucky and got holes all in it where, I don't know, something's been chewing on it and eating on it, but it's just rotten and yucky and it's no good, so it's got to go. And here's this big boy right here. You can see that's a big old tree. That joker's massive. So I got to get in here and cut all that up so that when I come in here with a grapple, I can bite it in chunks and haul it up front. But you can see the Roundup done its thing, killed all that off. That way I can kind of get over in there and see what I'm doing. That way old Granddaddy Copperhead don't jump on me. See all these little smaller trees right through here? There's 8, 10, or 12 of them right through here that I can take those out and I can expose that big old oak tree right there. And then I can see that oak tree over there and then look back in there. Whoo, boy, that's a big daddy right there. Look at that thing, is absolutely massive. So I want to be able to see that stuff. I want to be able to be out here mowing, and when I'm turning around, I want to look out through there. So we've kind of made a circle all the way around the edge of the yard right here. And we're coming up to where, somewhere right about in here is going to be the far end of the house. And it kind of slopes off down into a ridge down there. So that's going to give me some opportunity to get creative on a hillside with some different things. Now, chances are from this whole area right here, I'm not going to do anything right through here because when the company comes out here to clear all this land right here and take all these trees down to put the house in, they're going to clean all this up anyway, so I'm not even going to waste my time right there. So that pile took me a little bit longer. The cut lumber down there, man, I got like 15 big bites out of it, and it's a pretty good little hike back over to the pile. So what I'm getting at is my time is running out. One thing I did notice when I try to go in between here, it's a little bit tight for some of these. I would have to kind of come in and kick the load over to the right and then kick it back to the left. And these two trees have got to come down regardless. When we build the house, they're coming down. So I got just enough time before I got to go home. Let's go on and take these out so I can say it was a good productive day today. So I'm not a tree cutting expert, but I do know some basic 101 tree cutting stuff. I want the tree to go that way, so I'm going to notch it on that side and then come around on the back side and cut. And when you cut the notch out, that's what kind of makes it go a certain way. So I don't know all the technical words for that or whatever. I've been cutting wood with a chainsaw since I was this big, and that's just the way we always cut it. So I'm going to cut the little one down first, throw it right in the hole right here. Then we're going to jump on this big boy and see if I can't drive it and make it land where I want it to. So I didn't pay good attention. There's a pine tree kind of down that way. It's being held up by another tree over there, so I'm not worried about the pine tree falling. But it's got this one right here kind of hung up top. So yeah, baby. Look at that. Look where that tree was starting to rot out right there. Well, that's a big dog right there now. Yeah, that was kind of a little bit spooky. Look at here. You can see that pine tree right through there. See it go down? Follow my finger. Probably tomorrow when I come back out here, I'm going to take that down. So that's kind of dangerous with us coming in and out. I just don't want that thing to fall. So tomorrow when I get here, I'm going to take that down first thing. And then we'll clean up all this tomorrow. Boy, that's a big old tree, ain't it? So be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Tell all your buddies that Pete has started on the backyard. And well, I mean, kinda. We're not planting any grass right now, but I'm just getting everything prepped so that when the house goes up and everything's done, I can start working on the backyard. And of course, I don't want to have to be moving trees around and piles of cut lumber and all that kind of stuff while the house is being built, or even after the house is being built. When the house is built and everything's said and done, I want it to be like a normal construction where we come in, do the yard, put the irrigation in, plant the grass, blah blah blah, and I ain't got to worry about all this stuff back here. So it'll all be done. So I'm going home. My wife, we had a food truck coming in the neighborhood today, so I'm gonna go home and get me something to eat, and I'll check you later. All right, so I changed my mind. I'm gonna cut this bad boy while I'm here. That way it's done, but you can see it goes right up there, and it's leaning on this one tree over here, right here. You can see where it goes up and crosses right here. So I know this might kick back a little bit, so I'm gonna definitely be ready for that. So I'm just gonna come in here and notch it, and as soon as I see it start giving, I'm gonna get the heck out of Dodge. You are kidding me. Well, that didn't work. That worked. Oh yeah, she's down now. Supper time.